Well, hello there. Welcome back or welcome to my channel. I am Rebecca, and today I am doing a little bit of a getting my life back together vlog. And that is because I did not want to vlog today. I didn't want to do anything. I was not in the mood. I spent all yesterday kind of lounging around doing things that were not actual priorities on my to-do list. Like I was organizing my makeup, I don't know, random stuff like that, instead of getting what I actually need done. And that's just because I kind of had a long, very busy week at school this week, and I was feeling a little bit burnt out. And I think that that's a pretty common feeling, even if people don't get maybe to an extreme point of burnout where they really are taking like a full break of doing nothing. I think it's pretty easy to start feeling just over whatever it is you have to do that feels kind of monotonous or repetitive. And then I always lean towards doing like little other tasks that are not actually at the top of my priority list. And that's not just like, oh, I don't do school, which is at the top of my priority list. I would also love to do some intentional self-care, and I didn't do that either. I was just kind of, I call it like pitter-pattering around, you know, just doing whatever came to mind in that moment. And then today I was fully ready to have like a bed rot day. If you're all over social media, maybe you're seeing that, and I am pro doing that if that is what you want to do. Sometimes you do have to do that. Today I knew that was not going to be the best for me or my mental health. That wasn't going to help the situation anymore. So I thought about it, and I really need to just get back on track today. And I figured I'd kind of share what my routine is for doing that. I know everyone has their own thing that works for them, so maybe you can pick something up that would help you in your routine, or if not, maybe you can just see and enjoy and maybe give me suggestions if you know of anything that makes you feel better when you're kind of fighting burnout. I'd love to hear what you do too in the comments below. Like I said, I'm starting in my bed, and I wanted to do that because the first thing that I do that makes me feel better is make my bed. Now, I am pretty good about making my bed most days, but there are definitely days when I don't. Yesterday morning, I didn't. And then, of course, while I was trying to be productive and get stuff done, I decided, no, actually, I need to stop, make my bed. And I did it like really well, changed all the sheets and everything. And I'm glad I did that. But that's part of just why it's better for me to make the bed in the morning, that I'm not distracted when I'm sitting at my desk right over here. I can actually focus and I don't have to think about the messy bed. However, I know that that's like the most common piece of advice for like mental health, getting back on track, like being ready for the day. And I am just here to validate that that sucks. It sucks to make your bed. Like when you wake up in the morning, you do not want to make your bed. So I am just sitting here kind of reflecting on that. I did not want to make my bed this morning. It was like the last thing I wanted to do. I so strongly considered rolling out of bed and forgetting about it until later today. But if you can make it a part of your routine, it does get a little bit easier. And if I'm consistent about it, I notice that it does kind of get less messy every day. So as long as I make my bed before I get in it, it's easier to make the next morning, if that makes any sense. I really think, unfortunately, the advice of making your bed is a good piece of advice for keeping your mind on track for the rest of the day. Okay, with that being said, I am now ready to actually get myself physically ready for the day before I start on my actual to-do list. I'm going to be pretty gentle with myself, give myself plenty of time, but also actually stay focused, do some self-care, skincare, and breakfast this morning, and then be ready for a strong start to the day. Okay, we are now in my bathroom ready to do my skincare. So the other thing that I never feel like doing when I want to just lie in bed all day is my skincare. It doesn't feel like a nice treat for myself at that time. It just feels like an extra step that I have to do. One thing that you can do is just keep it super basic. Wash your face, do your moisturizer, be done with it, or whatever steps for you. Today, I really do think that if I do my full skincare routine, I will feel much better about myself in the end. So that's what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna make it extra easy on myself. Put my hair all the way out of my face, gonna put my headband on here, make sure that the splashing water can wake me up and rejuvenate me, not just make a mess, feel like I don't want to be doing this. Now I'm actually going to wash my face. I'm going to use the Dermalogica Ultra Calming Cleanser, and then I'm going to use my toner. I use the Briotech skin spray, and then I'm also really trying to hydrate my skin recently, so I'm going to use the Dermalogica Ultra Calming Mist also, and the Dermalogica Stabilizing Repair Cream. The tretinoin that I use at night has really been messing with my skin barrier as it does, and I'm going to try and help my skin feel better this morning for a better day. Okay, ignore the wet color of my shirt. I, of course, can't manage to not get it wet. But now for toner. And I'm gonna let that sink in before I do my other steps. But while I do that, I'm going to go pick out an outfit for today. All right, now we're over by my closet to pick out an outfit for today. I feel like another huge piece of getting back on track, reducing burnout, preventing burnout, recovering from burnout, whatever it is, advice is to put on actual clothes. And I do agree that that helps, especially like changing out of your pajamas. But I think a lot of times people feel like that means that you need to put on like jeans and a cute top. Personally, I find what helps me most is to actually put on clothes, but still like comfy clothes that I can feel good in and still get stuff done in. That's just what I prefer, but I'm a pretty casual dresser to begin with. I normally wear a lot of athleisure. That's what I feel comfortable in, so that's what I'm gonna put on today too. All right, so without too much stress, I decided on some flare leggings and one of my favorite graphic tees, one of my comfiest. I think that'll be perfect for today. It is supposed to be cold and possibly rainy. It's very sunny outside right now, so we'll see if that actually happens. If it does, I might change into a sweatshirt. But for now, that's what we're going with. And that's convenient because one of the other things that I like to do later is exercise, get some movement, go on a walk, whatever it is you like. I like to go on a walk, so hopefully that's what I will be doing later. But being already in a comfy outfit that I can do that in makes it more likely that I'm actually going to do that later, and we'll come up with something if it's actually raining outside at that point. Skincare is done. I also did my lip balm and my sunscreen, so I'm actually all ready to go. My base is now settling in, so that should be everything. I also decided I want to put on my necklace. I just love wearing it, so even though it's going to be a loungy day, I want to have it on, and I want to show you this really cool tool that I got for Christmas. So my mom got me this. It's a like jewelry helper. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but I will link something like this in the description. It has a little hook on this end. It's kind of hard to see. A little hook on this end, and then like claw grabbers on this end, and it helps you put on bracelets or necklaces if you're just one person. So I'm going to use it to put on my necklace, and I realized the beads in it are shaking, so if it made that audio bad, sorry. Okay, one more good hack that I saw was that people put the pajamas that they've only worn for one day that they're gonna wear again. Okay, one last thing and then I'm actually going to get a move on. I saw a hack on TikTok where people put the pajamas that they've worn like for one day that they're gonna wear again behind their pillows on their bed to keep them like out of sight but still not with their clean pajamas. And I always wear my pajamas for a couple of days. I feel like I shower at night, so I only do it for a short while, but I do rewear them, and this seems like kind of a perfect hack, so I'm going to try it today. All right, we're down in my kitchen because one thing that I love is breakfast. So even though I'm trying to get a move on today, I'm absolutely going to take the time to make a yummy breakfast. It's going to be a breakfast burrito today, all in one pan. I'm very impressed with my method. I've kind of perfected it. So let's get started with that. All right, breakfast burrito is done. It is ready to be rolled up and enjoyed. And I'm also going to enjoy the sunny light that's coming in from that window because I don't know how much more of that I'm gonna get today. I'm also gonna try and drink a full water bottle. I just wanna kick off the day strong with some hydration. So then once I finish eating, I'll head back upstairs. All right, I just finished doing my makeup. It's a lot darker in here because the light has shifted, the clouds are starting to come out. But I did my makeup because that's a huge part of recovering from burnout for me, is doing things that I actually enjoy doing. So like I was saying before, I was doing a lot of stuff yesterday, but it just wasn't anything I needed to do or anything I wanted to do. So today I'm really letting myself have the time, even if it's not something that's necessarily top priority, like having my makeup done for a day when I'm just focusing on getting work done. It made me feel better. It was a fun activity for me to do. It helps make me feel just a little bit more recharged. So I enjoyed doing that, and I'm happy with how it turned out, even though it's nice and gloomy now. But honestly, It's giving a good blurring effect, making it look extra nice. But now it's time for me to actually get started on some of the work that I still have to do today. I do think that if it's possible, taking a day off from like your top priority, whether that's work or school or childcare, whatever it is, if you can take a full day off, that's great. But I know a lot of us can't take a full day off of whatever it is we have to do. And that's the case for me today. You know, I can't fully just step away from it for a while, but I can make sure that I'm taking care of myself and putting myself in the best position to do it in a low stress way so that I can kind of feel better about myself while I'm doing it. Like I keep saying, that's just sort of the goal today. So I have a little bit of homework to do. I've limited it as much as I can. I've done the easiest tasks. I put those on my schedule for today. So hopefully it's not a terrible experience. I'm going to sit here and work on that for a while. The way that I like to do that too is sort of time blocked. Like I have 2 hours scheduled to work on a list of things. I'm going to set my timer for 2 hours. And if I still have stuff to do after that, that's okay. I have more time blocks coming up where these things can be done. I've already prioritized what I absolutely have to get done during that time, so I'll work on that first. That way, when I reach the end, I will feel accomplished for whatever I did accomplish, and anything I didn't accomplish is okay. I can move on and feel fine after that. And I will check in once that period of time is over. All right, I am back in my living room. It is now nice and gloomy outside. Definitely looks like it's going to rain, so I'm trying to take advantage of any little natural light that I can get. But I'm down here so that I can eat some lunch. That is the next step in my self-care recovering from burnout routine. That's just because I noticed that my appetite definitely gets really strange when I'm feeling burnt out. And I was looking it up, and apparently that's a pretty common symptom. So I made sure to schedule intentional time today to actually sit down, eat my meals, drink my water, not like grab something and eat it while I'm working at the computer. That normally really helps me feel more connected to my body and my appetite. Hoping it does the same today. I finished up that block of work. Everything went well. I got honestly more than I expected to get done off of my to-do list, but I'm ready to feel recharged from taking a break and eating so that I can get on with the rest of my day. I'm definitely already starting to feel a little bit better, pretty accomplished, feeling physically better. So I think we're on a good road here. Well, I was letting my lunch settle and then I got ready to go on my walk. I thought I would try and beat the rain, and then of course I step outside and it's drizzling. So now I'm doing something a little funny, and instead I'm walking up and down the stairs in my apartment to get a little bit of movement in today. Okay, well, finished my laps up and down the stairs, and I'm glad that I got some movement in today. I was so adamant about going on a walk because I'm a very all or nothing person, and that's when it comes to everything, not just exercise. But I know that when I'm feeling burnt out and I want to get back on track, my immediate reaction is that I need to jump back into like my full workout routine. But the downside to that is that I then am feeling pressure to get that done, and that's another thing on my to-do list. So I knew that a walk would be a good balance of still getting some movement. I love walks, so it would be fun for me too, but I wouldn't necessarily have to commit the full time, the full energy to doing the full workout. So I knew it would be good for me today, and it definitely felt like it was. I always feel good after I do it, and then also it helps me sleep better if I haven't just like sat in multiple places all day. I've actually gotten up and moved around. So well worth it. I enjoyed doing it. Ultimately, it wasn't as nice as if I'd gotten to walk around outside with the nice scenery, but I still got the movement in, so at least there's a little bit. And maybe I'll be able to like sit out on the porch or something to still get some fresh air. But I wanted to talk about it because I feel like I'm not the only person who has that sort of all or nothing personality. And I unfortunately think that it can definitely contribute to my feelings of burnout, because I feel like if I'm not doing absolutely everything I could be, I feel like I shouldn't even bother. That sort of contributes to that idea that I need to go at 110%, and then in order to recover I have to do like absolutely nothing. And being able to kind of strike that balance, have a middle ground, is super important to keeping me from feeling burnt out and also helping me recover in like a realistic way. So now I have a couple of like life things to do. I need to meal plan and like order my groceries and everything. And then once I do that, I'll be ready for kind of my nighttime wind down routine. So I will be back with you in the next second for you, in a little while for me. All right, the sun has set on my recovery from burnout day. I have 2 more things on my to-do list. I'm taking out the trash and I am doing a load of laundry, and that will be it. I'll have all of my to-do lists checked off, ready to go. So I'm very excited for those things to be done. All right, that is it for me today. I'm going to take off my makeup and then hop in the shower, get myself all ready for bed, then probably cuddle up and read for a little bit. I don't want to do any screen time. I know that's easier said than done, so we'll see. But I'm hoping to put my phone away, not watch any TV or movies, just get nice and relaxed before I actually try and fall asleep. I wanted to wait, not get ready for bed too early and spend a bunch of time in bed before I actually try and fall asleep to hopefully make it easier to actually fall asleep at a good time tonight. So I can wake up in the morning, get started on a new week, really ready to go, not just with my to-do list, but also just mentally really ready for a new week. I'm excited. I really think today helped, a good reset for me. So thank you so much for following along on this recovery and chatty vlog. I hope I either gave you some tips that are helpful, maybe reminded you to practice some self-care before you start feeling burnt out, and definitely let me know what your best tips are to either prevent or help recover from a little bit of burnout in your life. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe for more videos from me in the future, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.